Israel's strike on Iran's Arak nuclear reactor, cooling system destroyed. Strategic background. Tensions between Israel and Iran reached a critical turning point when Israeli forces executed a precision airstrike on the Arak heavy water nuclear reactor in central Iran. Known also as the Kondub facility, the reactor had been under development for years and was central to Iran's potential plutonium-based nuclear weapons program. The airstrike, carried out in the early hours of June 20, 2025, was a key element of Israel's broader campaign to dismantle Iran's nuclear infrastructure and eliminate perceived existential threats. Objective of the strike. The primary focus of the operation was the destruction of the reactor's cooling system. This system plays a vital role in regulating the reactor's internal temperature and ensuring operational safety. By targeting and disabling this component, Israel effectively rendered the facility non-functional. The cooling system's loss prevents the reactor from being started or maintained safely in the future, blocking Iran from pursuing plutonium-based weapons development at this site. In addition to the cooling infrastructure, airstrikes damaged the reactor dome, power conduits, control equipment, and surrounding research facilities. The scale and precision of the attack indicated a high level of intelligence and planning. Status of the reactor at the time. At the time of the strike, the Arak reactor was not operational and did not contain nuclear fuel. This significantly reduced the risk of radiation release or environmental contamination. Iran had reportedly evacuated the facility in advance, and there were no confirmed casualties. Despite the absence of nuclear material, the site remained a symbolic and strategic target due to its potential future use in weapons-grade plutonium production. Broader operational context. The strike on Arak was part of a wider Israeli initiative, reportedly named Operation Rising Lion. Over a period of several days, Israel has targeted numerous locations associated with Iran's nuclear and ballistic missile programs. These include the enrichment facilities at Natanz and Isfahan, as well as underground military bases and missile production sites. This operation is designed not only to degrade Iran's technical capabilities, but also to send a message of deterrence, demonstrating Israel's willingness to act unilaterally and preemptively to protect its national security. Iran's immediate response. In response to the airstrike, Iran launched a series of missile and drone attacks targeting Israeli territory. These strikes caused damage to civilian infrastructure, including hospitals and communication systems. Israel's air defense systems intercepted several threats, but some missiles reached their targets, resulting in injuries and property loss. Iranian leadership condemned the Israeli attack and declared full military readiness. Security levels were heightened at other sensitive facilities, including the underground Fordow Enrichment Center. International reaction. The global response has been swift and concerned. Several nations have called for urgent diplomatic intervention to prevent further escalation. Oil prices rose sharply due to fears of instability in the Persian Gulf, and international airlines rerouted flights to avoid the conflict zone. The United Nations and nuclear oversight bodies issued warnings regarding the targeting of nuclear infrastructure, even if inactive. Meanwhile, regional powers are reassessing their defense postures, and some are quietly increasing readiness in anticipation of further developments. The role of the United States. Although the United States was not directly involved in the airstrike, it has since moved additional forces into the region and is closely monitoring the evolving situation. U.S. leadership is debating whether to take a more active role, particularly in relation to supplying Israel with advanced munitions capable of reaching deeply buried targets, such as those in Fordow. Washington's decision in the coming days may significantly influence whether the conflict expands or is contained through diplomacy. Conclusion. The Israeli strike on Iran's Arak nuclear reactor marked a significant moment in the ongoing confrontation between the two nations. By destroying the reactor's cooling system, Israel effectively neutralized one of Iran's key pathways to a nuclear weapon. Although no radiation was released, the attack has dramatically increased regional tension and triggered a new phase in the broader geopolitical struggle. The coming days will be critical as the world watches to see whether this operation leads to containment or escalation.